this whole Facebook thing, we are watching this in real time, from the Washington Post pulling their endorsement. I don't know that endorsements mean anything, but it's really more the motivation that is important. And watching.
Did you see that Bezos and Amazon are giving Melania Trump a $40 million deal to do a documentary about her?
Jesus.
Be best.
I am so interesting.
I want to see how she chose like the aesthetic for the Christmas celebrations when Trump was in the White House. That looked like
it was a reflection of my mood and my lack of love for my husband.
The best is that she's just going to have her assistant shoot it on an iPhone and pocket, $39.5 million or whatever it is.
I threw you off, but that was yesterday, right? Just another, Bezos, Tim Cook, Zuckerberg donating $1 million to his inaugural fund. Like, give the king a gift.
This is like, when Sanders would talk about oligarchy, I'm thinking of that. What's the name of those guys out of Princeton who did the research paper that showed, whenever there was a conflict in Congress, that wealthy people's preferences would win out.
Oh, right. I remember that study.
This is a study about 10, 12 years ago. But the nakedness and sort of low rentness of our oligarchy. So, almost overnight, it feels like this quality of it. It was Gillen's, right, and Page, who did that study. Thank you. The low rent quality of this oligarchy, like this is, it's not one-to-one, but in the wake of the Soviet Union collapsing, there was a little bit of a window, but rather quickly it turned into an oligarchy, where, Putin had this relationship with these billionaires, helped them become billionaires. The billionaires helped him maintain his power. Putin a little maybe stronger in some respects because of the nature of the society relative to the oligarchs, right? Like, Donald Trump does not have the capacity, it seems to me, to go and send the FBI over to arrest Elon Musk or to, have him accidentally fall out a window or something like that. So really, in many respects, our oligarchs are more powerful than the ones in states that we associate with oligarchs. But it is so naked. It is so incredibly naked.
Right. And go ahead.
It's disturbing and fascinating.
Well, it's incredible to see these powerful people shaking in their boots, whether it's Morning Joe or even Zuckerberg, who, I feel like these tech companies have reached their natural endpoint of growth, and all they can do is sell more data to people. They're trying to get more users on the platform as well, right?
Well, and now they're going to military contracts to make up for the lack of profitability.
Exactly. So it's all like they had the gimmicks with the metaverse and the glasses that are $3,000 and only rich people can afford as the virtual reality. So they're at their limit in terms of practical things that they can provide, services that they can provide. And so they are highly susceptible, and they have a duty to their shareholders, and they don't want to lose all this money, to basically try to grow in any way they can. And the best way they can do that is bribery. Yeah,
I also would say that there's just a psychopathic quality to people,
totally.
Trying to raise this amount of money. I mean, they are, I think, in a race to become the first trillionaire. I mean, they're lunatics. They're sociopaths.
Yep.
Does anybody not readily agree to the idea that the executive suite selects for sociopathy? That's a pretty common, ask a normal person, say, hey, do you think the average CEO, like John Ronson's book, The Psychopath Test, postularized that, or hypothesized that most of those people up on the top of these pyramids are psychopaths. I think it's just obvious.
Well, it's weird. Like we can accurately identify narcissism in our politicians, and I think our country has an easier time saying that. But because we worship capitalism in so many ways, it's like, and we create this idea that anybody is just one good business decision away from becoming one of the billionaires themselves. There's just this disconnect.
And we still think developers are going to give us housing if we just, don't zone them the wrong way.
Right.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.